Hi bookish besties, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year, happy 2026. It is a new year, it's a fresh start, and can I just say what a year 2025 was. I mean, great things happened. I started my channel, I met all of you wonderful people, and I'm so excited to be here, all 775 plus of you guys, which is insane for just starting a year ago. Wild. Thank you so much. I'm hoping to do more fun, wacky things, but my schedule was a little off. We had a little depressive episode in the summer, but baby, we are back and we are here, and we're gonna start off strong with my 2025 reading recap, my tops and flops of the books that I read last year. And I know what you're thinking, Ashley, it is like over a week into 2026. Why are we now just recapping 2025? Listen, I hear you. And to that, I have three things to say. Number one, my channel, I make the rules. Number two, Stranger Things finale did take a little bit of a priority for me. Not sorry about it. I have a bunch of shorts where I go into all my theories and none of them were right, but that's a video for another day if you guys want to see it. And number three, I got pink eye. And you guys did not want to see me with pink eye. I promise you guys on that. But nonetheless, here we are and let's get rolling. I'm also going to preface this by saying that no, I did not hit my reading goal for this year. And you know what? That's okay. Because this page, this channel is all about being real, being honest and transparent with you guys, and setting real expectations for you. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I get stressed and overwhelmed, and sometimes I do not finish a fantasy book because I can't get into it. And that's okay. Sometimes I get too much into a romance and I said, this is too cheesy for me. We'll get into that later. And that is okay. I'm setting realistic expectations. Listen, we're besties now. You're watching this video, I consider you my bestie. If you're not considered a bestie, then you can scroll away. That's fine, fine by me. But if you're here and you're watching this, know that I love you. Know that you are important. I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome to the fam. And it's gonna be okay. Sometimes you don't hit your goals, and that's okay. You're not gonna beat yourself up about it. So with all that being said, my goal for 2025 was 50 books. Womp, womp, womp. I did read 45, which I am surprised that I hit that, honestly. I thought it was going to be worse because I had a huge slump. 45 books, which is still 7 more than last year. So I'll take it. I'll take the little wins, you know? There are 3 apps that I've been using to tracking my reading, and quite honestly, 3 apps is just like a little bit too much for me. So I'm probably gonna keep it to only 1 app this year, but the 3 apps that I used was Goodreads, Storygraph, and Fable. And I wanted to wait to see what analytics they pulled and what I liked the best for my recaps. And y'all, Fable won. I loved the way they did my reading analytics and broke everything down for me. So you'll see some fun charts and graphs around here. And that is all courtesy of Fable. So highly recommend. This is not an ad for the app. They are not paying me whatsoever to say this, but if they want to, I'm just saying I'm all ears, honey boo boo. Your girl needs a gig. This economy is what this economy is. You hear me? You hear me. So you'll see some fun stats from Fable. They show you in a bar graph form how many books you read each month. So you can see all my 45 books here. Yay, woohoo! And you can also see when I read them, and you can see my slump. You can see it. I did so good in January and February, and then it went, but I picked it back up in December. Proud of myself. She got out of it. She worked. She did the thing, because only you can dig you out. All I gotta say. But 45 books nonetheless. So let's get into a little bit more analytics of what that looks like. So you can also see that my top genre was romance. I also learned that when I'm in a reading slump, only romance can get me out of it. Romance and Throne of Glass. That's it. Give me Aelin Galathinius and give me enemies to lovers romance and forced proximity. I will eat it up. But when I say romance, I need like the smuttiest little, I am grinning ear to ear, kicking my little feet, whimsical, no plot, just romance. Like that is what I need to pull me out of a reading slump. So my question to you guys, before we continue going in, what books, what kind of books pull y'all out of your worst reading slumps? Do you need like an epic 8-book fantasy, or is that too overwhelming? Do you need like a little 300-page romance kicking your feet? Do you need like a really intense page-turning thriller? Maybe you're into history and you really just historical fiction gets you out of the slump. Let me know, because I'm curious and I'd love to know your reading slump books so I can add them to my TBR. Thank you so much. Moving right along to my top authors. Yeah, they compile your top authors for you. Number 1 is Suzanne Collins. Who is surprised? Who is surprised with all of my Hunger Games content that I did this year? Not me. Not me at all. I reread the entire series and then summarized on the reading twice. And I will read it again this year because the movie comes out in November, and y'all get ready for the content I have planned for this, because I'm not ready. So obviously y'all aren't ready. It's gonna be epic. I'm so excited. But Susan Collins is number 1, followed closely by Sarah J. Maas because I did my review to Third Boss, as I always do when I get sad. And then Anna Wong because I finished the Twisted Games, Twisted Love series. So we love the top authors of the year. You can also see my overall ratings for the year was a 3.8. And honestly, that was me being nice. Last year, I think it was like a 3.2 or a 3.5. So giving these books a 3.8, I was nice. Granted, I only really finished books that made me happy. She set boundaries this year, y'all. She had boundaries where if a book was not pleasing her, she let herself close it and put it away. A concept, and we need to be doing more of that in 2026 because bad books are not gonna waste our time. Quote me on it. Okay, now we have some hot takes, and I know y'all are gonna come to me in the comments with this. I had to go get my notes so I didn't miss on the books, but this is my list of DNFs. I did not finish these books, and there are 6 of them, okay? Please be nice. I'm going to explain, I promise. So 3 of these books were books that I was to read for book club. I did not finish them for book club. And after book club, I had no real need to finish the book. So you'll see a trending theme. Starting off really strong, Taurus season. And I know this was like one of the most highly anticipated books of the year. I got majority of the way through, like 75% of the way through, and then it was book club, and I could not finish. Time did not let me finish. And I went to book club, and I got the rest of the book and said, wow, I know what happens. I don't need to finish it. So I didn't finish it. It wasn't that it was bad. It just wasn't a page turner for me. But I also think that serial killer romance is not my genre, really, or cup of tea. I'm too realistic when it comes to serial killers. Like, where's the police? Where's the FBI? Why are we so happy-go-lucky about this? Like, you murdering people? So there's that. DNF number 2, we have The Inheritance Games. This is a YA book, and I think that's why I couldn't pick it back up. I was this close to finishing it. I literally was in the grand epic finale when I had a couple hours to a book club and said, I just can't do it, guys. Like, I have no stake in this story whatsoever. The main character just bugged the crap out of me, and I think that was my solidifying factor that I am no longer into books that have high school age heroines. Unless it's Dystopian and Hunger Games, different story, but if the story takes place in a high school setting, I just can't do it. College is different, grad school is different. I like academia, but I'm in my late 20s. I don't want to read about a 16-year-old heiress who inherits millions of dollars. You know, I don't want to do that. And I think this series would be so much better if everyone was just aged up a handful of years. Instead of being in high school, she was in college. And, you know, if everyone was aged up and just like a little bit more mature, because what do you mean you gave a 16-year-old your entire inheritance? Like, I couldn't do it, you guys. I really couldn't. And she was insufferable. So DNF, but I do know what happens, and I did go to book club. And I know it's a series, and I heard the series only goes down after this book, so I won't be reading it. So sorry about it. Eek, hot takes in the comments. Okay, another one. Y'all, these last 3 are so bad. You guys are gonna come for me like nobody's business, and I probably shouldn't even say them, but here we are, and I'm telling them to you guys. Great Big Beautiful Life, Emily Henry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Emily, what was this book? Another one, I got like halfway through, we got to book club, and what was dragging my feet was like, I did not like the historical part of it. It just wasn't it felt too much like Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I loved that book, but it felt like Emily was trying too hard to be that book. I was like, stop. And then everyone was telling me that the romance was just so quick and out of nowhere, and that's the best part of Emily Henry's books, is like the romance and the character-driven plot, and it was more about this old woman than it was about the writer and the romance, and I want to read the book for the writer and the romance, so just, couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. I put it away. I love you, Em. I love you so much. Literally so much. You're one of my favorite authors, and it doesn't change despite the fact I couldn't finish this book. Mwah. Maybe I'll give it another chance in a couple years. I don't know. It was hard. Fall in Love is another one that I was not part of book club. We have now closed a chapter on book club books. This was a cozy fall read that I was like, ooh, it's gonna get me in the nice fall mood. And y'all, I got whiplash from every single rom-com trope they used in this book. Just wah-bah, wah-bah, wah-bah. Like 1 minute they're enemies to lovers. Oh wait, he's a billionaire. Oh wait, they're, flying to Vegas. Oh wait, now they're flying back home to get married. Oh wait, his dad's in the hospital. Oh wait, no, he's fine. Like, they just met each other. Now they're engaged. Like, guys, it was, spoiler alerts probably, but it's a romance, so take what you will. I couldn't with the whiplash in this book. I'm maybe 95% of the way through. I maybe have 20 pages left, and I just can't get it in me to open it up and finish it. Is what it is. All right, my next two are epic fantasies, and before you say anything, I'm gonna say it again. I was in a really bad place this summer, okay? Okay, are you with me? Got it. So, I should not have tried to pick up epic fantasies when I'm in a little minty bad place. Those two things actually do not compute, and I know that now. So the first one is Quicksilver. I know there was so much hype about this. I really want to give this book another try. I think we only got like a chapter in, and it just could not do it for me right then. And that's okay. I think we're going to try to make it a book club book this year, so I will keep you guys updated on this read. And the other one, I'm sorry, Brandon Sanderson, but it was Mistborn. And I'm not saying this is a bad book at all. I'm saying I was not in the right place to start this book. Are you guys hearing me? They are two different things. Got it? I got about halfway through, was loving this book. I read it on a cruise. It was amazing. And then I dropped my book, and the bookmark fell out. And I didn't know the bookmark fell out. And then it was 2 weeks later, and I went to pick it up, and I had no bookmark. So I don't even know where I am in that book. So now I'm just hoping that I can wait long enough where I forget what happened, and I can start fresh. Okay, moving on to my 3 flops of the year. It's pyramid style. So on the bottom of the pyramid, we have Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice to Murderers. I was really excited about this book. The potential for it got me really hyped. We read it for book club. I was like, oh my gosh, a cute little Asian lady is gonna give advice to serial killers and murderers. Let's go. Detective, but make it like cute little old lady. But like the reveal wasn't good. The murder wasn't good. The characters felt a little bit forced. I hated Vera, then I loved Vera, then I kind of hated her again. So it was just not, it was a disappointing read for me, I think is what I'm trying to say with all of my words. Read it if you want to. It was a flop for me. And I know there's a sequel. My book club talked about doing it, but luckily a majority of us said, no, we're done here. Thank you so much. Okay, next on the pyramid, we have You Shouldn't Have Come Here. A thriller I was really excited about. I also read it from book club. You're sensing a theme here, guys, I guess. I promise I'm great in book club. I really do. Maybe I should do a video on all my book club books because we read a lot in book club. You Shouldn't Have Come Here. Without giving anything away, the big twist at the end just wasn't it. Instead of like shocking, it left me more just, huh? Like, that's what you're gonna do? That's how we're gonna end this book? And it wasn't satisfying to me. So take what you will with that. And finally, my top flop of the year. Y'all are gonna hate me in the comments, and I'm sorry, but it was The Housemaid. And let me defend myself on this pick. It was overhyped. Every review online had me believe that this was the thriller book. This was the #1 thriller book in the history of the world. You have to read this one. It's the best. Frida McFadden is everything in the world of thriller. And no. And I'm going to say this delicately, that Frida McFadden to thriller is the Colleen Hoover of romance. And I say that in that they're great places to start for that genre, but if you are a true reader and you've read a lot of that genre, they're a little bit basic, a little bit too safe, and just not good. They're great entry points to get you excited and into reading again and into that genre, but once you're in the genre, there's so many better options out there than Frida McFadden and Colleen Hoover. I'm just gonna say. But if you're starting out, then great places to start. And I'm sorry if those are some of your favorite authors, these are just my 2 cents. So with The Housemaid, I felt like I was promised and guaranteed this epic thriller of epic proportions, and it was just mid. The best character is Nina. The most exciting character was Nina. She's the only reason I turned the page in this book when that first twist happened about halfway through, and the movie's out, so I feel like I can spoil it now. Haven't seen it yet, I will soon. But when the twist with Nina happens, that's the best part of this book. And then the ending happens, and Millie's all right. And when I found out that all the sequels are about Millie, I kind of got pissed because she's the most boring character in this, in my personal opinion. Nina was so interesting, and I wanted more of Nina. But what do I know? Anyway, and now it is the moment you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. It's more like a little leg roll. My top reads of 2025. We have 6 of them, and we're gonna start at the bottom and make our way up to the top. And it's not gonna be a surprise of what my top read of 2025 was. So, you know, take your bets down below what you think my top book of last year was. So first, I'm gonna mention Soul Searching, Lila Sage's new book, and this book solidified for me. I am a Lila Sage girl. Lila, honey, I will eat up all of your books, every single one of them, just not even a fork. I will eat it up with my hands. I love your writing so much. Cowboys, Western, romance, but characters finding each other, characters finding themselves, and yes, they have a partner, but love is just, I mean, it's kind of central to the story, but it's always about the person coming into themselves, and I love it. And Soul Searching is a new series she's starting in a new town and has new characters. I'm so excited. And there's ghosts. The main character can talk to ghosts. And if y'all know me, I'm a little paranormal girly. If y'all don't know me, fun fact, I'm a paranormal girly. Ghosts are like a very active thing in my life. I see a lot of them. I've talked to a few of them. And I love that this main character is such a part of her personality. And the next book, I think it's about her twin sister who tries to push the ghosts away. So I'm really excited. Lila, girl, this book got me out of my reading slump over the summer. Like, single-handedly, this book saved me 5 stars for that reason alone. Next, we have the best thriller I read this year, potentially, probably ever, in Local Girl Missing. I still think about this book to this day. Like, this, oh my God, iconic. The twists were so good. The foreshadowing that you don't see coming. And so when the reveals at the end, you question everything you just read. All of the red herrings that are thrown throughout this book. Genius. Beautiful. This is what a thriller is. This right here is a thriller, baby. If you're looking for one, Local Woman Missing, top of your list. Please, you will not be disappointed. Also on my list is First Time Caller by B.K. Borison. And this book is so good. I highly recommend listening to it on audiobook because it's dual POV and a radio show. So you have 2 voice actors, and because it's a radio show, there's lots of banter going back and forth, and you get to hear the banter. So highly recommend like that listening experience for this. And I will also say some of the best banter I've ever read in a book. Listen to in a book. Same difference. Some of the best banter. Amazing. Stunning. Love it. 5 stars. Especially for a romance. Stunning. Okay, now we're going to my top 3. And of course, I have to have Say You'll Remember Me, my girl, Abby Jimenez. Abby, you're up there with every single book you ever write. I will read. I love you so much. The way that Abby is able to make her characters feel so real and so tangible, and they're going through real life issues while also navigating a relationship, which is new and scary, but the way that you're able to capture this emotion keeps me crying until 2 a.m. whenever I read these books. But like in the best way. I promise, in the best way. They ruin me in the best way. And Say You'll Remember Me is absolutely no different. And also, if he wanted to, oh baby, you know that he would. Of course, I have to put Onyx Storm up here. Of course, I read this puppy in 24 hours. And it's a big, thick book. Probably one of my most anticipated releases of 2025 last year, because it released around, this time, January. Crazy. And better than Iron Flame, this book did save the Fourth Wing franchise, in my opinion. Was it perfect? No. Do I still have qualms with it? Of course. I'm a picky person. I'm hard to please sometimes, unless I'm easy to please with like a little romance. But fantasies I'm hard to please because I'm picky. But I still really, really enjoyed this book, and the experience of reading this book is to this day one of my favorites. So I have to put it up here in my top reads. And of course, we have to end my #1 read of 2025. No one is surprised that it is Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. I mean, I read this book twice last year. Granted, one of them was an audiobook because I had to get the full experience. And you bet your booties I'm gonna read this again this year to prep for the movie. Come on. Come on, Hey Mitch's Gang. Do you know how long I've been waiting for this? Like, I fully came back into my 13-year-old self when this book came out. So Sunrise on the Reaping takes the cake. I need to know, was this also your top read of 2025? What was y'all's top reads of 2025? Did we have any of the same books on our list? Because I'm very curious if y'all have the same style as me. But that is all that I really have, I guess, right now. I don't know. I'm a yapper. I could keep talking. My goal for this year, 2026, is 50 books. I didn't hit it last year. Let's see if I can do it this year. I'm already strong with, I guess, like 1 book in. I don't know. I finished it today. But I am really excited about this page and this channel in general. I want to take a moment just to express my gratitude of all of you guys watching, all of you guys subscribed. If you haven't subscribed, I'm still thankful that you've made it this far, but you really should press that subscribe button. Love you. And I'm excited to see how this page just continues to grow and to change. I've gotten all of your comments. I have a lot of things I'm working on for 2026. I'm really hoping to get back into that groove once life settles down. I've got a wedding to plan in Italy in a castle, so maybe I'll do some videos on that of how I'm really getting my fantasy romance wedding of my dreams. And of course, I work full-time, so working on balancing for sure, but this creative aspect is such an important and vital part of me, and I'm really excited just to continue to explore it more. And I think there's so many opportunities that I can explore outside of books and really just diving into nerding out and media in general. As you guys have seen on my shorts, you can go check them out. I've done a lot more deep dives into more media pop culture things. No surprise, I'm a Swiftie over here. I love Stranger Things. I was heads deep into The Summer I Turned Pretty, and all of that content you guys have really seemed to love. So I really want to take a little step this year, explore some realms, maybe a little bit outside of books and more into just some media content altogether, do some deep dives, do some theory talks, talk about it with you guys, yap about it with you guys, and just have a jolly old good time, because that is what we're here for. We get one life, might as well make the most of it and have the most fun that we can. So thank you guys so much for watching and for being a part of this journey. I'm so thankful for you guys. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful 2026. I'm so excited to be going on this ride with you. Please take a moment, like this video, comment down below your favorite books of the year or books you're really excited to read this year in 2026. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys all later this year. Yeah, that's a good way to end it.